The race for the playoffs over in League 2 hots up a little bit now with the likes of Bradford, Stanley and Morecambe within striking distance of the top 7. Who's going to take advantage this week? We're going to get into it next. Today we take a look at the next round of games over in League 2 and we'll get to that in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. Of course, your League 2 coverage continues right here at Blackburn Rovers Seas. Of course, it's Stockport County right here, right now, top of the table, but Wrexham also within striking distance of top spot. Will they be the leaders at the end of this weekend's action? We'll get into it, all of it, in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, where the hell have you been? Subscribe. Your one-stop shop for League 2 continues, of course. So let's get into it and see where we all are from last weekend's action. That's right, of course, recapping of my picks, and then we're going to get into your own picks with our own prediction league. So here we go. There were some games in midweek. We're not looking at those, of course, but we'll bring you bang up to date with where we are right here, right now on Thursday, the 22nd of Feb. So here we go. Bradford City did beat Sutton United 1-0 win. I went with a 2-1 win myself. They are currently into 13th spot, but of course within a win of getting into that top 7. Of course, Colchester United Stanley, of course, was a 1-1 draw. I went with a 1-0 away win there. I got it wrong. Crawley with a big 2-0 win over the Vegans. They look like they're going down, don't they? 2 more winners in my eyes. Crewe and Harrogate 0-0 draw in the end. I went with a home win. Got that one wrong. Mansfield tumbled to a loss to Walsall 2-1 there. I went with the away win. Of course we did. Meanwhile, Doncaster was big win for them. 5-1 winners over Grimsby. I went with a 2-1 win for the hosts. Of course, Newport County continued there. Revolution 1-0 win for them at the moment. Got them on spot on the nose. Salford 5-3 demolition job of Barrow. 8-goal thriller right there. I went with a 2-1 win for Salford. They are on the up, but of course probably too late for them this campaign. MK Dons 2-1 winners over Swindon Town. I went with a 1-1 draw myself. Stockport County got stumped by Tranmere Rovers 4-0. I went with a 2-0 win the other way. And of course Wimbledon and Morecambe 1-1 draw. I went with a 2-1 win. And we got Wrexham with a 1-0 winners over Notts County in their little bit of a rivalry they've got going on right there right now. Of course, this is the table right here. Of course, as including those midweek games, we have Stockport County just 3 points clear over Crewe, who are in that 4th spot. Of course, so anyone within that top 3 could be top this coming weekend or at the end of it. Mansfield, of course, got game in hand, as do Wrexham as well. Crewe, MK Dons, Barrow are comfortably in the playoffs, and then Harrogate Town are in the last remaining playoff spot. And anybody all the way down to what we're looking at here, realistically, Walsall, 16th spot Walsall, could actually squeak into those playoffs. Of course, some of those teams do have games in hand on those above them, but of course, that's the situation we have right here, right now. What about the situation we have in our own prediction league? We'll have a little look at it. These are the winners from last week. Well done to Vinny Hong, kicking ass and taking 9 points. Well done to him. James BFC, Andy and Frosty, all there in the silver spot. And Swindon Harvey, bronze. Prenzel Hinterland there. You get the wooden spoon, unfortunately. But the table looks like this right here, right now. Kicking ass and taking names is James BFC with 148. But Vinny Hung, big mover there. He needs a couple of those to end the season strong in our own prediction league. That's, of course, the state of play there. Of course, it could all change as well with these round of games. And we're going to get into them right here, right now. Starting with Accrington Stanley against Crawley. Let's get into this one. I'm going to move this over here a little bit because I'm a little bit blind. They have played each other 14 times. 2004, we got 7 wins to Stanley, 5 wins to Crawley, 2 draws, of course. Now the biggest win for Accrington was a 4-0 win, scored 26 goals in 14 matches, 1.86 goals a game. Crawley, though, 3-1 win, the biggest, scoring 16 goals in 14 matches, 1.14 goals a game. They're unbeaten. The last 3 are Crawley, 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, 14th for the table. 46 points on the board, of course. Stanley, though, 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. They are 12th. 46 points for the season as well. Last time around, though, over in Stanley, it was a 3-2 win for Crawley. Back in December 2017, that was in League 2. The previous match, of course, was in Crawley this campaign and was a 3-1 win for Crawley heading into this one. Of course, the odds for this, we have Stanley 21-20 for the victory, 9-4 the draw, 13-5 is your away win. We are going to go with a 2-1 win for Stanley to keep their hopes alive for in the playoff mixer there. affair. Meanwhile, Barrow against Bradford, a bit of a zing-zong affair over at Barrow. They played each other 7 times in 2020. 4 wins for Barrow, 2 for Bradford, and 1 draw. Of course, now the biggest win for Barrow was a 2-1 win, scoring 10 goals in those 7 games, 1.43 goals a game. Bradford under Graham Alexandra, 2 wins, of course, 2-1 win, the biggest, scoring 8 goals in those 7 games, 1.14 goals a game heading into this one. Bradford, though, 75% forward for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are cooking at the moment, and when I say cooking, Andy Cook, top goal scorer, 13 goals for him so far this season, of course, 13 goals for him, 13th place in the table for Bradford, 46 points on the board this campaign. Barrow, though, 3 defeats on the spin for them right now, 25% forward for them, 6 in the table, 53 points on the board. They need a win to keep them, so they're comfortably in the playoffs, but it won't take long before that gap shrinks down a little bit. Anyway, the last time I played each other over at Barrow was a 3-2 win for Barrow back in August 2022, and Barrow are unbeaten against Bradford over the last 3. Pick up 3 wins on the bounce, of course. 13-8 is Barrow, 11-5 is a draw, 13-8 is also your Bradford, who are cooking, like I said. I've gone with a draw. It does smell like a draw, a point apiece. We'll see about that. Doncaster Rovers against Wimbledon coming at you at the Keep Moat. Now, these two sides have played each other 14 times since 2017. We've got 4 wins for Doncaster, 5 for Wimbledon, and 5 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for Doncaster was a 2-0 win, scoring 17 goals in 14 matches, 1.21 goals a game. Meanwhile, Wimbledon, 2-0 win, the biggest, scoring 19 goals in 14 matches, 1.36 goals a game. Wimbledon hit a bit of a bumpy patch right now. Just 1 win in 6. Of course, 33% forward for them at the moment. 9th for the table, 47 points for them this season. Doncaster all the way down into 20th with 36 points for the campaign. They are unbeaten in the last 4. They are 50% forward for them over the last 6. Of course, last time around over at the Keep Moat was a 2-1 win for Doncaster back in March 2023. The reverse fixture over at Plough Lane was a 2-0 win for Wimbledon way back in November. The odds for this one, Doncaster 9-5 for the victory, 6-4 is your Wimbledon, 11-5 is the draw. Doncaster yet to really get going this season. Looks like they just want to get over it. But I do think they'll win this one, 2-1 win for them this campaign. Gillingham against Wrexham coming at you over at Gillingham. They played each other just the one time in 2023. It was 1 win for Wrexham. We'll talk about that shortly. That was the reverse fixture. But Gillingham on 42% form for them right now, just 1 win in 6. They are 8th, 48 points for them for this season. Wrexham, though, 42% form for them as well. Unbeaten in the last 3. They are 3rd with 59 points, of course, including they did pick up a 2-0 win in Wrexham way back in November of this campaign. But the odds for this one, we do have what we're looking at: Gillingham 9-5 for the victory, 6-4 is your Wrexham, 23-10 is your draw. Going to go with a 1-1 draw here, point apiece. Gillingham at home will be a difficult opposition, but Wrexham should have the quality to get something out of this game. Meanwhile, Morecambe up against we got Grimsby coming at you over in Morecambe. Now, these two sides have played each other 22 times since 2005. We've got 10 wins for Morecambe, 6 for Grimsby, 6 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for Morecambe was a 3-0 win, scoring 35 goals in 22 matches, 1.59 goals a game. Grimsby, though, 4-0 win, the biggest, scoring 32 goals in 22 matches, 1.45 goals a game. Without a win, the last 6 are Grimsby, are 17% form for them right now. They are 22nd in the table, 29 points this campaign. Morecambe, just 1 defeat in the last 5, 58% form for them. At the moment, they are 11th with 47 points, of course, and they are within striking distance of those playoffs. The odds, actually, the previous match, these two sides locked horns back in Morecambe, was back in Boxing Day 2020. It was a 3-1 win for Grimsby. The reverse fixture this campaign in Grimsby was back in November. It was a 3-2 win for Grimsby. The odds for this one, we have 6-5 is your Morecambe, 5-2 the draw, 2-10 is your away win here. Going to go with Morecambe here. 2-1 win, keep them in the mix. Of course, Grimsby are going to keep their eyes open down the foot of the table. Meanwhile, the Vegans, who are at the foot of the table, taking on Tranmere Rovers, who are a bit up and down this campaign, aren't they? Of course, they have played each other 14 times since 2015. 6 for Tranmere, 6 for Forest Green, 4 for Tranmere, 4 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for Forest Green, 4-0 win, scoring 20 goals in 14 matches, 1.43 goals a game. Meanwhile, Tranmere 3-0 win, the biggest, scoring 16 goals in those 14 matches, 1.14 goals a game as well. Tranmere, though, 42% form for them right now, 2 wins in the last 6. They are 17th in the table, 40 points on the board against the Forest Green side. 33% forward for them right now, just 1 win in 6. 23rd in the table, and of course looking struggling right now. Last time around, over at Forest Green, it was a 0-0 draw back in September 2021. The reverse fixture in Tranmere this campaign back in November was a 3-0 win for Tranmere, who are unbeaten against Forest Green. Well, actually, they're not really, just the one match. Of course, the odds here for this one, then we got Forest Green 7-5 for the victory, 7-4 is your Tranmere, 5-2 is your away win, 5-2 is the draw. Where's my mouse gone? Going to go with a win for Tranmere on this one. Forest Greens continue to struggle. Harrogate Town against Walsall, of course, played each other 7 times in 2023. Was a Harrogate, 1 for Walsall, 3 draws, of course. Now the biggest win for Harrogate, of course, 3-0 win, scoring 11 goals in 7 matches, 1.57 goals a game. Walsall, though, 3-1 win, their biggest, scoring 7 goals in 7 matches, a goal a game on average. Walsall, though, just one defeat in the last 6, 58% form for them right now. They are 16th with 45 points on the board against Harrogate Town side, just one defeat in the last 6. However, just 1 win and 4 as well. 67% form for them. They are 7th with 48 points, and of course, in those playoffs as of recording. Last time around, though, over in Harrogate, it was a 3-0 win for the hosts back in April 2023. The reverse fixture at the best got was a 1-0 win for Harrogate as well. The odds here for this, we got Harrogate 7-4 for the Rixies, 6-4 as your Walsall, 23-10 is of course the draw here. Type 1 here, going to go with a 2-1 win for Harrogate, back to winning ways. Meanwhile, Mansfield Town against Salford, who of course having a good a bit of form at the moment, but maybe a little bit too late. They have played each other 8 times in 2019. We got 3 wins for Mansfield, 4 for Salford, 1 draw. Of course, now the biggest win for Mansfield was a 2-1 win, scored 11 goals in 8 games, 1.38 goals a game. Salford, though, 5-2 win, the biggest, scored 16 goals in 8 games, 2 goals a game on average. They're on 75% form, are Salford right now, unbeaten in the last 6 games. They are 19th, 39 points on the board against the Mansfield Town side, 58% form for them, 3 wins at the last 6 games. They are second with 60 points on the board right now. Of course, last time around, over at Mansfield, it was a 5-2 win for Salford. That was just a couple of days ago. Goodness gracious me, what am I looking at here? Actually, that wasn't a couple of days ago. That was last year. This time last year, it was a 5-2 win for Salford. The previous match in Salford, this campaign was a 2-1 win for Mansfield back in November 2023. The odds here for this one, 7-4 on as your Mansfield, 3-1 is the draw, 5-1 as your long shots. It is Salford. It's a tight one. I'm going goals in this one. 3-2 win. Mansfield getting ahead of the end with a 3-2 win and maintaining their automatic spot. They don't want to collapse here, do they? MK Dons against Newport County. Bit of a zing-zonger this one over at the Stadium MK. Played the 6th time to 2016. 4 for Milton Keynes, 1 for Newport County, and 1 draw, of course. Milton Keynes 58% form. We'll get to that in a minute. Of course, their biggest win was the 2-1 win, scored 9 goals in 6 games, 1.50 goals a game. Of course, Newport County 3-0 win, the biggest, scored 6 goals in 6 games. That's a goal a game on average. They have 4 wins of the last 6 on Newport County. 67% form for them right now. They are 15th with 46 points on the board. Milton Keynes are 5th, 55 points on the board. 58% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 4 games. Last time around, though, in league action, of course, it was a 2-0 win for MK Dons back in February 2019. The reverse fixture in Wales was a 0-0 draw back in November this campaign. The odds here, though, 6-4 on as your MK Dons. 14-5 is the draw. 7-2 is your away win. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Milton Keynes on this one to take him to the house into Newport County. They are taking on Crewe Alexandra, another zing-zonger, of course, in the playoff discussion. When I say Newport County, I meant Notts County. Notts County, Crewe Alexandra, coming at you over at Notts County. Now, these two sides have played 16 times, 2003. We've got 9 wins for Notts County, 3 for Crewe, 4 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for Notts County was a 4-0 win, scoring 29 goals in 16 matches, 1.81 goals a game. Crewe, though, 3-0 win, the biggest, scoring 17 goals in 16 matches, 1.06 goals a game heading into this one. They're on 67% form. Our Crewe right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are 4th, 58 points on the board against the Notts County side, who are down to 10th right now, 47 points on the board as well, 33% form for them as well, just 1 win in 6. Last time around, over in Notts County, it was a 2-1 win for Notts County back in September 2018. The reverse fixture over at Crusty Road was a 1-0 win for Crewe back in November, and of course the odds here for this one, we've got Notts County, 65 on for the victory, 11-4 the draw, 3-1 is your away win. That's Crewe. Notts County not the best at the moment, but I see them nicking this one, 2-1 win against the Crewe side, still in the mix for the automatics as well. Stockport County up against Swindon, of course, coming at you over in Stockport. They played each other 21 times since 1997. Got 9 wins for Stockport, 6 for Swindon, 6 draws, of course. Now, the biggest win for Stockport was a 4-0 win, scoring 39 goals in 21 matches, 1.86 goals a game. Swindon, 4-1 win, the biggest, scoring 35 goals in 21 matches, 1.67 goals a game heading into this one. Swindon, though, just 1 win and 6 for them, 33% form for them. At the moment, 18th at the table, 39 points for the season. Stockport, though, 50% form, 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. However, winless in 3, just 1 win in 5, of course, top of the table, 62 points on the board for the campaign as well. Stockport County, 4-0 win last time around back in November. Actually, hold the phone. Last time around in the league was back in August 2022. It was a 1-1 draw in Stockport. The reverse fixture in Swindon this campaign was in November, and it was a 4-2 win for Stockport as well. Coming at you, 9-4 on is your Stockport, 4-1 is the draw, 5-1 is your long shots. Of course, Swindon. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Stockport, back to winning ways and keeping up the heat at the top of the table. And then wrap it up. It's Sutton United against Colchester, a bit of a zing-zonger right down the foot of the table. It's 24th against 21st, of course. Played each other 6 times to 21, 4 wins for Sutton, 1 with Colchester, 1 draw, of course. Not the biggest win for Sutton was a 3-1 win, scored 11 goals in 6 games, 1.83 goals a game. Colchester, though, 4-1 win, the biggest, scored 9 goals in 6 games, 1.50 goals a game as well. They're on 50% form, are Colchester, 1 win in 6. They are 21st with 30 points on the board against the Sutton United side, 17% form for them right now, winless in the last 11, 24th in the table, 22 points all season long. Last round, though, in Sutton, it was a 1-0 win for Sutton back in December 2022. 2. The reverse fixture was a 1-1 draw in Colchester back in November 2023. The odds here, 5-4 is Sutton, 11-5 is Colchester, 9-4 is the draw, and that's where I'm going to go with it, boys, with a 1-1 draw, point apiece, and I don't think that either of them are going to be happy with that. Meanwhile, of course, this is what the table will look like if I am spot on the nose, of course, which I won't be, but Stockport County still top the charts, Mansfield, then Wrexham, Crewe, MK Dons, Barrow, and then Harrogate Town remain in the playoffs. Sutton United, Forest Green going down. Those are my picks. Make sure you get yours in as well. Smash your subscribe, smash your like, and of course, catch you later for the next one.